Hey everyone, welcome back to Sweet Spot Badminton. I'm Coach Derek. Today I'm going to talk about traveling for badminton. Specifically, how do I bring my rackets with me when I travel to make sure that they arrive to my final destination safely. So when I travel for badminton, it is usually for a competition. I haven't gone on vacation where I have brought my badminton rackets and shoes where I would go and play for fun, and I've only traveled for competition. So normally I would carry more than four rackets that I have in this bag right here. Now, I don't actually like carrying this kind of bag when I am traveling. Yes, you can put your rackets, and I do know a lot of people travel like this, and airlines do allow you to bring rackets as long as you can either put them underneath your seats or in the overhead bin. But to me, traveling with this kind of backpack, having all my rackets, and again, normally I would travel with more than four. I usually carry up to eight, maybe nine or 10 rackets at a time for competitions, in case like strings break or rackets do break sometimes. But I don't like carrying this around when I'm traveling, especially through the airport and on the airplane. I don't like having the racket sticking out, they're moving around, the grips exposed, and pretty much anything bigger is not going to be considered a carry-on anymore if I were to put this in like a case. So I like to carry my laptop, my iPad, and a bunch of other things like my electronics headphones when I travel. So I would much rather have a dedicated travel bag that I can carry all my items in securely and protected. So what I do instead is, instead of carrying a backpack like this, I put this all in my check-in luggage. Another thing is, when I'm playing competitions, the sponsors do not like you to be wearing this or carrying this kind of backpack onto court. They want the players to have their full racket bag and not carrying a backpack. And because this doesn't look very professional if you were to walk on court with. So this is great for smaller competitions for most people, but for me, if I am playing a BWF sanctioned event, or when I did used to play BWF sanctioned events, I never had a backpack onto court. And again, the number one reason is the sponsors do not want to see you wearing this or carrying this bag onto court. They want to showcase their full-size racket bags. So now I'm going to show you how I pack my luggage to safely store all my rackets when traveling. In order to pack my badminton bag and all my rackets and shoes and belongings in my bag, I first need to take out everything inside the bag. So right now I'm carrying 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 rackets. And I'm going to show you how all 9 rackets will actually fit, and I can carry all 9 rackets if I need to travel to a tournament where I'm playing multiple events. Usually I carry around 8, but right now I do have 9 rackets with me. But I will show you that, again, 9 rackets will fit all together and be protected and survive the entire travel inside this luggage. My shoes. I normally don't bring shuttles when I'm traveling because depending on where I'm traveling, usually the speed will be different. So it's better to just buy and purchase shuttles wherever I'm going to make sure I have the correct speed when I am traveling to a different region. So I'm going to leave that out. I do have a travel roller. Inside I have a lacrosse ball and some stretching straps, but I will keep it in here for now. Kinesiology tape,
grip powder, a bunch of bands for warm-up and rehab, and also importantly would be scissors. For if I do break my strings, I do like to have scissors to cut the strings right away since my tension is so high. Once the bag is completely empty, I'm going to divide the rackets into two parts. So we have two compartments, one for the racket, one for the normal. I'm just going to split the two together. So I'll take 5 and put it one way. And then the other 5, I'm going to flip them around so it's a little bit more even when they are in the bag. So I don't have them like perfectly aligned, but they're just sitting in the bag this way. Now, my suitcase. This is a hard luggage suitcase where I have two compartments. One compartment is fully closed with the zipper. This is where I put my rackets and all my badminton gear in. This way I keep everything in place, especially sometimes if I don't bring the roller. If I'm going on a short trip, I just want to bring the ball. The ball doesn't roll around in my bag and potentially roll out when I unzip my luggage. Inside this, I also bring some extra packs of string, since I do want to have string available if I do need to restring my rackets. So this luggage is around 28 inches or 71 centimeters by, let's say around 21 inches or 53 centimeters. This is usually the large luggage that you can buy on most major luggage brands. And you really don't need any much bigger, but you definitely cannot go smaller. So when putting the bag in, I keep it unzipped just so I can have some air to squish out. And you can see right here, it already fits pretty nicely in the compartment, leaving lots of room in the corners. So in the corners, I will put my shoes. Important, I like to put these little charcoal bags to kind of dry out my shoe after I wear them and play in them. Just do not go have these in your, like let's say if you're doing a carry-on, do not have this in your carry-on. When they go through the x-ray machines, all they see is like little pellets, and they will go through all your stuff to make sure this is nothing suspicious. But I had to learn that the hard way. But now that I put everything in my luggage where I check in, it's not a problem. So one shoe here, the other shoe I somehow fit in there. Any extra space, I will start cramming in. Anything I can put in the shoe, I can put in the shoe. Scissors I'll put in a zippered compartment. Roller goes in here. And then the bands are easy to roll up or just tuck away in any corner that you see. And from here, I will zip it up with still lots of space. And then on the other side, I have all the room for all my clothes. So once this is packed away, very easy to travel. And this will protect my rackets no matter where they go when I'm traveling. I hope this video helps you. If it does, please consider subscribing and liking the video down below.
Thank you for watching Sweet Spot Badminton. See you next time.